Welcome to Aloe Radio, where we support you in your business and life. Listen in each week for episodes on how to grow your business, tips from successful business owners, answers to your burning business questions, and much more. We will also have 5-minute What's the Buzz with Brooke episodes where you can get up to date on the most recent tech, trends, and tools for your business. Join our Aloe Hive, and we will help you and your business grow. I'm your host, Brooke Markovichis, founder and CEO of an agile, end-to-end business solution for solo entrepreneurs, micro businesses, small businesses, and startups. My company is called Aloe. We are your one-stop shop for support, visibility, and growth for your business. I took my years of freelance, startup, and brick-and-mortar experience and merged it with my technical background and skills to create Aloe. I'm a mom of 2 kids, a kindergartner and a toddler. I live in the sunny South in North Carolina. I'm married to my soulmate. I'm a total book nerd, tech geek, and have built multiple businesses while raising babies. My hope is that this podcast will bring you actionable tips, tricks, and tools to help you gain momentum in your business and life. Let's get into the buzz of the week.
Hello. I can't believe this is the first Buzz with Brooke. I have zero idea of what I'm really doing, but I heard about StreamYard, which is the system that I'm using. I love when I find new tech tools, and I'm really excited. We used it for an event that I was on last week, and I'm excited to utilize it and be able to do live streaming every week with the Buzz with Brooke. Today's is recorded because it's my first time and I didn't want to screw it up. So I'm recording it. It's not live, but normally it will be live. And at the end, some of the weeks, I'm going to let people jump in and do some hot seat coaching with them as well. But today, for the Buzz of the Week, we are going to be talking about some tech tips, business tips, balance tips, and also just the buzz of what's happening with me, because apparently people care. I started putting it into our newsletter about some stuff that was going on in my life, and I thought that it is pretty interesting, I guess, what's going on with a busy mama of 2 little children that's also running a startup company and has a full team that's growing every day. And so I thought I would talk a little bit about that too. So let's first hit on the buzz. So I'll probably have people from our team jump in and out of this sometimes. So it's not just like me chatting with you all the time, that you'll actually get to see other people. But today it's Monday. I'll probably be doing these a lot on Monday. And I definitely needed lots of coffee. I'm not actually a huge Starbucks person because I really love local coffee shops. I'm a big coffee drinker. I converted my non-coffee drinking husband into a coffee drinker, and he converted me into a tea drinker and a coffee drinker. So we just drink a lot of caffeinated beverages in our household, apparently. But today I really needed some extra coffee, so I needed a venti Starbucks this morning. So the buzz of me, I have been really busy. I'm doing a lot of speaking gigs. Last week, I spoke at NC State for an entrepreneur event that they did, and I talked about how to create an MVP, a minimum viable product. A week or 2 before that, I spoke at Winnovation, which is a local event here in the Research Triangle Park in North Carolina. I spoke at that, and I also did a talk for a group called Her Corner, which is a fabulous group based out of DC that's national now. And now we have lots of clients from them. I really love that organization. Look them up. I also spoke at a caregiving and parent summit put on by Mother Honestly, which is run by one of my really good friends, Blessing. She is phenomenal. And it was just a wonderful day on Friday to hear from a whole bunch of people that are working really hard to change the policies and platforms and the innovation that are going into helping to support working parents and caregivers and everything. It's just so much needs to be done. So I was really inspired by that. And then this week, I'm actually running a a like targeted networking event at Fast Company's Innovation Summit, which is just amazing. And I'm going to speak to this, go straight into business right after this because it's kind of business and mindset. But I've always speaking gigs, and I have a bunch more to come in the next few weeks. And last year, almost a year ago, I was like, I really want to speak at events. Like, I know this is really important. A mentor that doesn't even know she's a mentor of mine. But this is the thing. You can always find mentors, even if they don't even know that you're a mentor or they're a mentor. But Amy Nelson that started The Riveter, I saw that she was speaking at all these events, and that's how she was getting a lot of press. That's how a lot of people were knowing about who she was and her company. And I was like, I need speaking gigs. Like, I need to get this. Plus, I love speaking to people. I love sharing my knowledge with others. And especially because I have a technical background, I love being able to bridge that technical and non-technical together. So I just started writing down like events that I wanted to speak at, topics I wanted to speak about. And I just wrote that down like monthly and kind of manifested or visioned it or whatever you want to call it. But I just was consistent about that. I wanted that. I put that out into the universe that was something that I wanted. And this year, so many speaking gigs came. Now, I would have loved to go to New York and speak at where this last summit was supposed to be at. I would have loved to have been able to go to San Diego for another one. And I would have loved to travel this fall, but obviously that's not what's happening. But in many ways, it's great because I've been able to do even more speaking gigs. I've been able to do them from home. The NC State one, I totally bribed the kids with ice cream and left them downstairs with Edgar while I did it upstairs in my office. And it's just been great to be able to speak at all these different events. So that's one thing that's been going on a lot with me. Also, let's see here. The debate. Okay, so I'm not really going to talk about the debate. We're going to have a whole episode on Alibi Radio about how to vote like a mama. I'm really passionate about getting involved in politics and getting involved in your community and advocating. My parents are big activists, and I grew up around that. And so I want to make sure that you are using your right to vote this year. But talking about the debate, one of my friends, Hitha, she actually had this whole icebreaker platform set up for us to use. She didn't create it, but she had us go on there to talk during the debate. And it was great because we were able to communicate with one another, watch it, live stream it together, and then chat the whole time. And honestly, if you're going to have to watch a debate, you should watch it with people that you can communicate with. So go to icebreaker.io and try it out for your own debate live streaming interaction. It's a great tech tool that I use for that. And then also just used again for a fellowship that I'm in. That's another buzz. I started a fellowship called On Deck that it's beyonddeck.com, I think it is. And it's wonderful. I got referred into it from a mentor of mine, and it's been great so far. We just started, and I'm excited to continue on with that. So more to come on that, but that's something else that came out. Another big buzz is that the podcast, the full podcast, not just the short episodes, is actually launching on Thursday this week. So yay for the podcast coming back and with the new name with Alibi Radio. So that's exciting. Also, we have, which I'll talk about this more next week, but we also have a Medium style blog that is launching next week for us. So this week is the podcast, the next week is that, and it's going to be both free and paid content that you can access. I'm really excited. We're really bringing that hive knowledge of what we have of all of these experts together into a way to get you content that's free and accessible, as well as very affordable step up to the paid content. So that is a bunch of buzz. A lot of things are happening. Some really random things that happened to me is, I don't know if you can see this, my son literally branded me with the like s'more marshmallow roaster this weekend. So that was fun. It looks a lot better, but I'm definitely going to be branded by a child for a while. One Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. All the technical difficulties, but I'm back. So you saw my branding. Another thing that is really cool this week. So let me and see. This is me learning how to use these things. So we just did the buzz with Brooke. We did it. This is a cool system. Now I'm going to give you some buzz events that are coming up. So I told you we're launching the podcast on Thursday. That's exciting. But tomorrow on Instagram Live, on our @HireAllaby Instagram Live at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. I know it's early for you PSTs, but you can watch the replay. We are actually going live with the chief of people from Peloton. And you guys know I love my Peloton. If you don't know this, if this is the first time you're watching anything about me, I love our Peloton bike. I begged my husband to get me one after I had my second. I love it. And I'm actually have not ridden it as much as I should have amongst the move and all the fun stuff. But I've been riding it a lot more lately and utilizing it a lot more. And it's not just for the bike. You can also use the app for all kinds of different workouts. But it really keeps me in a better mindset. And I am about to have my century ride this week, which is 100 rides. And I'm really excited because I'm interviewing the chief of people, Mariana, tomorrow on Instagram. So definitely check that out at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, or you will also be able to watch the replay. That's 9:30 in the morning. Okay, I think that's the main buzz events that are happening. Now let's go to some balance tips. Well, let's be real, guys. There's no balance. 2020 balance. Come on, like 2020. There is no balance. There was no balance for parents before this, and there's zero balance now. But I always try to flip the mindset here is that really there's no balance, obviously, but we needed some alliteration in our podcast naming. So it is going to be Buzz Business. You know, it's going to have balance in there. It's okay. But with that, there's ways to find balance. There's ways to find some grounding feeling in the midst of 2020. So one thing that I like to do, and I did this yesterday, I sent my kids outside to play. I opened the door so I could hear them and look out the window to see them. But I lit a candle and I started to plan for the week in peace. I lit one of my favorite bright black candles, which if you have not gone and bought a bright black candle, you need to go to and do it now. They are amazing and they smell wonderful. And they're my only candle that I like to use anymore. So go, and it's a Black-owned business. So please, and a Black-owned family business, even better, owned by Tiffany and Daryl. They're phenomenal. So go and check them out. But anyways, I lit that candle and I planned, and it was only about 10, 15 minutes of silence, but it was wonderful. So get your balance by lighting a candle and planning in peace and getting all of that out of your head. It's so much going on right now. Just get it pen to paper out of your head. Another thing that was like a little bit calming for me this week was coloring with my oldest before my youngest woke up from a nap. So just getting to chill with her and have a little time with her. Another thing we've been doing lately is if I have something going on that she can join me in. So this weekend I had the On Deck Fellowship like onboarding. And so I had her come in and she played a game with us that we were doing, Scribble.io. You should go check it out. And we were playing that and she got to play with it and she loved it. And just other things. She drew pictures while I was in my training, and just any ways that you can have some of that one-on-one time, especially once you have more than one kid. That's really good. And then also back to the Peloton, like I have to work out 2 to 3 times a week. I usually can't get any more than that in. If I do more, it's great. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. I usually have to fight fires, but I have it listed on my schedule every single week from 12 until 1. And I do that for the reason that 1, I need to make sure I'm eating some food in the middle of the day because I just get really busy. And 2, that I take some time to move my body because I'm sitting in this chair and working constantly. And so I need some time and space to move my body. So write it in your calendar and then help yourself to balance that out. Okay, the tech tip of the week. There we go. Tech tip. Okay. This week, we have been using Asana a ton because we're moving everything over in our platform to Asana. But I wanted to show you guys this cool, now let's see if I can share this other platform called Sunsama. And it actually you can integrate it with Asana, but it organizes everything you need to do in a day in one place. So it's like, instead of having a planner, like an actual planner for you personally, this allows you to have it virtually. And it's really cool. I started utilizing it this weekend, and I'm not going to show you mine because it'll probably just like overwhelm you, but it's really cool. So I encourage you to go over there, and then you can integrate it with Trello, Jira, Asana, and help to integrate it there. But you kind of have your own special place for your own stuff, which is kind of nice because really it's overwhelming when we're seeing all of our team stuff in one place, but we need to kind of see what our actual schedule is too. So there we go. This has not been 5 minutes. This has been like 16 minutes, but it was my first one. You got to give me a break. So I wanted to let you guys know that I'm going to be doing these weekly, giving you even more in depth with the tips and the tricks and the tools. But that is the buzz from Brooke. I cannot talk. That is the buzz with Brooke today. And I'm really excited to do more of these in the future. But before we go, there's a little ad from Allaby because I want you to know a little bit about who we are.
Are you overwhelmed and running out of time? Do you need to hire somebody, but you're not so sure who is good and qualified? No worries. Take a deep breath. We've got you covered. At Allaby, we are your one-stop shop for all your business needs. We can support you in everything from podcast editing, technical assistance, virtual assistants, web design, branding, social media management, consulting, bookkeeping, and much more. We handle all of the vetting and onboarding of our experts, and we make sure that you're going to get somebody that is extremely qualified for the job. If you're not satisfied with who we place you with, we have a 100% anytime rematch guarantee to make sure that you get somebody that you love working with. We also can support you in multiple different projects and handle it under all one umbrella to take some of that stress off of you. We're here to support you at Allaby. Just head over to www.allaby.com and we can help support you through a call, or you can book a call directly on our site. You can click the lower right-hand corner of your screen and support chat will talk to you and answer any of your questions. Or you can go ahead and pay through the site and get set up with someone today. We hope to support you in growing your business at allaby.com.
Okay. I'm going to leave you with a quote every week at the end of the Buzz with Brooke. And so today's quote is from the lovely Liz Bohannon, who is the queen of beginner's pluck. She also is the founder and CEO at Seiko Designs. And she says, do not live a life where you are so afraid of hearing no that you don't ever chase the yes. I'm going to say it one more time. Do not live a life where you are so afraid of hearing no that you don't ever chase the yes. So yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Liz. Thank you for reminding us that it is important to say yes and not to struggle with all of the no's. It's a good reminder for this Monday. And I hope that all of you have a wonderful week, and we will be back next Monday live, for real live this time, with the Buzz with Brooke.